the timer. Forgot. Maybe I'll probably start early. Hey, Ingelo. Hey, Suzanne. I'll start when it says 1 minute to go, since I waited on that. Oh yeah, Amy. You know, it's funny. I feel really funny. Yeah, I'll do that in between a couple songs, but I feel almost like weird talking about it because it's like I wasn't so affected, but I figure I'd give some people looking in somebody my brain just first person on what it was like there. Hey Peggy, hey Carola, hey Denise, hey Diana. No, yeah, Amy, it's totally cool and I'm happy to talk about it. It's just kind of like like all that I suffered on 9/11 was like basically like inconvenience. I don't want to put it like mildly like that, but compared to what other people went through. But I know there's a lot of people around the world and they don't know what it felt like to be there at the time. So I'll get into that. First, I'll do some music though. Let me get this off. I think we're close enough since I started late. Amy was all right. Vicky Mavis, awesome. All right, I'll start off with I'm doing some peace-themed songs and some New York themed songs today, and then I'll do some talking as well. And I'll let you know about some stuff. Hey, Riedel, how's it going? Now I've been happy lately, thinking about the good things to come, and I believe it could be something good has begun. Oh, I've been smiling lately, dreaming about the world as one, and I believe it could be something good's gonna come. 'Cause out on the edge of darkness, there rides a peace train. Oh, peace train, take this country, come take me home again. Now I've been smiling lately, thinking about the good things to come, and I believe it could be something good has begun. Oh, peace train sounding louder, glide on the peace train. Ooh, come on now, peace train. Yeah, peace train, holy roller, everyone jump on the peace train. Come on now, peace train. Get your bags together, go bring your good friends too, 'cause it's getting nearer, soon it will be with you. Now come and join living, it's not so far from you, and it's getting nearer, and soon it'll be all true. Oh, peace train sounding louder, glide on the peace train. Ooh, come on now, peace train. Now I've been crying lately, thinking about the world as it is. My wars we go on hating, why can't we live in bliss? 'Cause out on the edge of darkness, there rides a peace train. Oh, peace train, take this country, come take me home again. Oh, peace train sounding louder, glide on the peace train. Ooh, come on now, peace train. Yes, peace train, holy roller, everyone jump on the peace train. Ooh, come on now, peace train. All right, thanks so much, Pauline, Carola, Tina, Irene, Eileen, Heidi. All right. So I'll tell you I'll go in just a little bit. Maybe I'll sprinkle it in a little bit. So 9/11 was my second day of work as a lawyer, and I had been in training the day before in Lower Manhattan. And so, like, I remember being so excited to go to work because it was going to be my first day of work in the Bronx office, and I was going to go up there, and I had my suit and my briefcase, and I was going to like follow somebody around court. So we take the train, I take the train up from Manhattan up to the Bronx, and everything's like normal, and it's like second day of work, excited to see everybody, and when I get there, right in front, it's already weird. Like somebody has a little TV, so I must have gotten up there right around like 9:15, and I never actually made it upstairs. Um, and it was like somebody had a little black and white TV, and they propped it up, and people are talking about a little private plane and stuff like that, and it was weird. Weird isn't the right word. It was I'm standing around having this very kind of like emotional and confusing time with a bunch of people who were basically strangers. They're all like my future coworkers. Um, and we stood around, and I don't remember the exact chronology of stuff, but at some point within an hour or so, it's like, yeah, like there was five of us starting that day, and they were like, yeah, guys, just go home. Um, And so I wouldn't have been caught in a subway again. So I took the bus down the concourse, down the Grand Concourse, and it was like the streets were there were all sorts of people trying to get somewhere, and the bus drivers were just waving people on, like don't pay, front door, back door, just hop on. And we went down the concourse, and at some point it's kind of like the end of the line, and you had to like hop off and walk. And there pretty much was no way to get anywhere. This is like pre-Uber, and it was like just, everything just kind of broke down. Cell phone service, I remember, it was early days of cell phones. You could not make a call. They were all completely out, or at least my phone was out. And I don't know whether that's because of that there were towers on the World Trade Center, or whether there was or whether just so many people were trying to make calls or something like that. But the system was like totally overloaded, and there's all these people trudging. Now I'm going in the opposite direction. On that day, I'm nowhere near uh, the Twin Towers, and I was saying to Amy at the beginning, um, I feel funny talking about it because I wasn't really like personally affected by it. It was uh, distressing and upsetting and whatever, but no one close to me was there, and I didn't go through the trauma of actually being down there on that day or anything like that. But so I'll give you a few things about. Maybe I'll sprinkle some more in it if you got any particular questions. But so if you, I don't know if you know about it, but there were. So we went to give blood. Basically, one of the things that struck me so much about that day is how much hope people had that there were all these people who had been involved in it, and they somehow were going to wind up in the hospital. Wouldn't know where they were. So we went to give blood. There was a huge line to give blood, um, like blocks and blocks long to give blood. And you couldn't, there was no reaching the front of the line, nor did I think they wound up needing it. And the other thing, of course, for weeks and weeks afterwards, were all these posters all over the city. Basically, any flat surface, anybody who lost somebody was putting up these missing posters, um, which would have, and you can see them online, and I'm sure they're part of art exhibits now, these pictures of their lost ones, their loved ones, and descriptions of where they worked and stuff like that. Um, Constant, and people were just hoping, because it was like, what can you do? Like, all you can do is make up a bunch of posters and like put them around the city and hope that your loved one winds up in a hospital or something like that. Um, what else? I'm just thinking again and again. I feel very weird because it's not. I don't feel like it's a topic for necessarily like. It's not. It's not like disaster tourism or whatever. And I know that's not how people are thinking about it. Just just to know what it was like, I think is helpful. And then the other thing was the smell. So we were probably 100 blocks away from that. And for weeks, things smelled differently. What else do I remember? Quiet. Things were quiet and there were no planes overhead for the first days. But occasionally, a fighter jet would go racing overhead so loud. And that was really scary because you thought something was going to happen. I don't know. It was disorienting and scary. That part of it was. Then there was candlelit vigils outside. Everybody was standing outside, and it was kind of like meeting your neighbors. New York is kind of weird. Okay. New York is kind of weird. You're living around people, but you might not necessarily know them because you're so close together. Maybe you need your privacy or something like that. Yeah, there was smoke and I guess ash and just all over the place. I'll play some more music, but it gives you kind of like an idea of what it was like, and it was just like so sad. You're like just so helpless. And at that point there was so little information early on. Anyway, yeah, everything changed. If you talk to anybody who's in police work, city police, state troopers, anything like that, their jobs totally changed. It became a lot more about surveillance and stuff like that. Anyway, I'm gonna play some music. If you have any particular questions, I'll go in. I mean, there was nothing to do but like watch TV and just kind of imagine the horror of it, or try to not watch TV. Or anyway, I'm gonna do a song. I'm gonna sprinkle in a few songs today that are kind of New York, not just peace. It's okay, Suzanne. It is what it is. Peace songs or New York songs. So here's one that mentions New York in it. It's not necessarily peace. I mean, it's peaceful, but it's not necessarily. I am reading the comments. To the rise and the fall of your breathing, as the moonlight slants blue on our bed, I replay all the times I fell short of your love and the sting of sharp words that I said. Hear the distant cars hum on the highway, sighing low as the flow of the tide, urging me to disarm of my impatient blade for the lover asleep soft beside. In my heart is such hunger for a night so serene, from my thirst for forgiveness flows my vow so sincere. So sleep well, my dear love, till the day break, with the dreams of an infant held tight. Know that I'll try once more to do better, come the first rays of morning's fair light. With a slap of the times on the driveway, I'm paroled for a chance to be kind. So I rise and resolve to be gentle to the lover asleep soft beside. So I rise and resolve to be gentle to the lover asleep soft beside. Yeah. So the other thing, looking through all these comments things, there were a couple of things. So my one of my friends from from my neighborhood lost his brother, which is really sad. And one of the other things is my oldest, thanks Amy, thanks Alfreda, thanks Jennifer, my oldest son was born in 2002. So there were echoes of that in that there was a kid in the elementary school with him. So forward 5 years later to whatever it was, 2007 kindergarten or something like that. There was a kid whose dad had died in 9/11. And so there was this echo of kids, not many around here, but elsewhere, who never knew a parent who had been lost in it. So it was like, it definitely wasn't a one day and done kind of a thing. So I'll think of some more stuff as we go and try not to be too distracted. Thanks for your comments. I'll do a Grateful Dead song. It's a little bit oblique. It's not necessarily, I mean, it's a peaceful song. Somebody mentioned Peaceful Easy Feeling, and if you don't know from that one, I'll cheer it up a little bit. So I simultaneously stream to YouTube and Facebook. Facebook is where most of the action is. People are talking and comments and stuff like that. And YouTube is, I think, a little bit better video or audio quality, something like that. So, my video gets blocked on YouTube if I do an Eagles song, because apparently they're really vigilant about protecting whatever rights they supposedly have on somebody making other people happy by singing one of their songs. Anyway, luckily the Grateful Dead isn't like that, so yeah. Words did glow with the gold of sunshine, and my tunes were played on the harp unstrung. Would you hear my voice come through the music? Would you hold it near? If it were your own, it's a hand-me-down. The thoughts are broken. Perhaps they're better left unsung. I don't know. Don't really care. Let there be songs to fill the air. Ripple in still water when there is no pebble tossed, nor wind to blow. Reach out your hand. If your cup be empty, if your cup is full, may it be again. Let it be known there is a fountain that was not made by the hands of men. There is a road, no simple highway between the dawn and the dark of night. And if you go, no one may follow. That path is yours, for your steps alone. Ripple in still fall, you fall alone. If you should stand, then who's to guide you? If I knew the way, I would take you home. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Just looking through. Yeah. You know, again, Martin, I feel so weird because it was so difficult, but it was like, it was difficult for 10 million people. And it was, and I'm not, you can see that I'm conflicted about almost about like my own reaction to it, because it was difficult for 8 million people, and it was life-changingly, you know, a tragedy for 100,000, you know, however many people are closely connected with it. So you can give an idea of, you know, kind of what it felt like there. But obviously it's there was also, I will say, so in Union Square Park in New York is kind of, I would say that's the epicenter of kind of like, it's in Greenwich Village, so it's like peace, and people, I think, didn't want military retaliation in our name. I think that was the feeling in New York. Like, they were certainly sad and upset and angry and all that, but there were a lot of people who still wanted peace out of it and didn't want things to explode throughout the whole Middle East and the entire world and all that. And you know, it's a funny thing in the U.S. There's also sometimes a bit of a divide between like real Americans and people who live in the cities. There's just some language that goes around with that somehow you're not like a real American if you're not, I don't know what it is, driving a pickup truck or with a flag on it or something like that. And I don't feel that. Like, I feel like we're all Americans, but I feel like whether it's politicians or media or whatever, that's a useful wedge to put in between people. So to some extent, it brought us together for this to happen, but I'm not sure that wedge is completely gone. Anyway, I'll do a song about wanting to act in a way, whether it's marching or whatever, just in a way that will make your children or grandchildren or other people you know proud of you for trying to do the right thing. This is called "I Tried." When you reached the promised land, did you bar the path to others? Did you turn aside your brother, or did you hold out your hand? When they ask you if you tried to turn the world toward justice, to lift up those among us who have fallen to the side, look in their eyes, your head held high, and say, I tried, oh Lord, I tried. Did you act or first ask who? When you heard of those in danger, did you always love your neighbor when she didn't look like you? Did you sacrifice to free those who still wear chains of sorrow? Did you lead or did you follow, or pretend you did not see? Look in their eyes, your head held high, and say, I tried, oh Lord, I tried. from your heart. To look back with a conscience clear, it's not too late to start. Did you help achieve the dream? Were you on the side of history? Did you fight on to the victory, or just cheer the winning team? Look in their eyes, your head held high, and say, I tried, oh Lord, I tried. Can you say I tried, oh Lord, I tried. All right, thanks so much. I'm backing off, trying not to overload the mic there. All right, I'll do a song that's I think pretty much you have to do it. The first concert I saw after 9/11, it must have been October. It was a band called Built to Spill, and it was a few weeks afterwards, and it was probably one of the first times I'd gotten together in a crowd of people, like indoors anywhere, because everywhere felt so vulnerable. Hey, Angie, good to see you. Anyway, so he did this song, of course, which is like is mandatory. All right, I can say thanks so much. Thank you. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. All right. Thanks so much, everybody. All right, I'm going to do another New York themed song. This is more upstate New York themed. We'll get out of the, but yeah, it's going to be a little bit slower today. I know. Alright. I'll do fun. This one's got a little sly sense of humor to it, so I'll pull us out of the sincerity, so... Alright, here we go. Oh, you're so kind to let me join our friends today. Oh, given how we split last Independence Day. Now I've had too much gin and tonic, and the cops on the Taconic aren't known for their forgiveness on the 4th. Everybody's all gone home, but I'm still too drunk to go. So maybe I could sleep here on your floor. Oh, will you see how I've become a stand-up guy? You wouldn't recognize the way you can rely. Now I've been laying off the chronic, and the girls are all platonic, so excuse me for the way I was before. Tomorrow you'd be so surprised if we have coffee like old times. So maybe I could sleep here on your floor. I should have ceased after 1 or 2, but felt uneasy being here with you. Oh, in the morning I'll clean up all of this mess. So when you waken, there's a chance that you forget about all the trouble that I gave, and you'll see the way I've changed and think perhaps of trying it once more. But first, don't get any ideas, you just leave me here in peace. I only want to sleep here on your floor, 'cause I've thought of you all year, it just feels right to be near. So baby, let me sleep here on your floor. All right. Well, Evelyn, I hope he's enjoying it. Hopefully it's yeah, definitely a peace song, Jennifer. Leave me here in peace. I should have just done a search through all my songs for any time I mentioned the word, but all right. Get a little more energy back. Here we go. Hey, James. As I walk through this wicked world, searching for light in the darkness of insanity, I ask myself, is all hope lost? Is there only pain and hatred and misery? And each time I think like this inside, there's one thing I want to know. What's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Oh, what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? And as I walked on through troubled times, my spirit gets so downhearted sometimes. So where are the strong? Who are the trusted? And where is the harmony, sweet harmony? 'Cause each time I feel it slipping away, it just makes me wanna cry. What's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Oh, what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? twisted. And where is the harmony, sweet harmony? 'Cause each time I feel it slipping away, just makes me wanna cry. What's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Oh, what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Oh, what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? All right. Thanks so much. I'm going to turn this down slightly. Well, thanks, Corolla and Angie, Suzanne, and Ina, Evelyn, and James. Everything is good there. All right, I'm gonna do a song that takes place in Greenwich Village. So below 14th Street, where Greenwich Village is, was a no-go zone. You had to, for the first little bit, you know, because there was, you know, emergency crews down there and a lot of debris and all of that. So you had to show ID to get down there. But I think about this one because we had just lived in Greenwich Village and moved out of there, unfortunately, uptown. But anyway, so this one takes place in Greenwich Village, and it's a love song about time passing and appreciating things after a long time. But there's a lot of these cafes, old Italian cafes in Greenwich Village, so that's what this is based on. It's called like the first time. I was running late as always when I ducked in our cafe and searched the room for your familiar face. And perhaps it was just shadows leading me to strain for light. But when I spied you, how it caught me by surprise. Like the first time, my heart leapt like the first time I knew that you would be mine. Then my mind flashed back to how I used to see you in those days, when everything you did was a delight. Though I've taken you for granted, I'm enchanted once again. Like a miracle, the scales fell from my eyes. Like the first time, my heart leapt like the first time. The first time I knew that you would be mine. So I rushed across the room to you and took your hands in mine. We talked the night like dawning lovers do. How a simple trick of light could help me see you as you are. Now my mind is clear, our love has been renewed. Like the first time, my heart leapt like the first time. The first time I knew that you would be mine. Like the first time, my heart leapt like the first time. The first time I knew that you would be mine. All right, thanks so much. Thanks Tina, Carola, Ulrika, Suzanne. I'm gonna do a Stevie Wonder song you might not know. I listen to Stevie Wonder a lot, but I don't know if I've ever sung anything by him. Anyway, first time for everything. It's called Heaven Help Us All. Heaven help the child who never had a home. Heaven help the girl who walks the streets alone. Heaven help the roses if the bombs begin to fall. Heaven help us all. Heaven help the black man if he struggles one more day. Heaven help the white man if he turns his back away. Heaven help the man who kicks the man who has to crawl. Heaven help us all. Heaven help us all. Heaven help us all. Heaven help us, Lord, when we call. Oh yeah. Heaven help the boy who won't reach 21. Heaven help the man who gave that boy a gun. Heaven help the people with their backs against the wall. Heaven help us all. Heaven help us all. Heaven help us all. Heaven help us all. When we call. Now I lay me down before I go to sleep. In a troubled world, I pray the Lord to keep hatred from the mighty and the mighty from the small. Heaven help us. All right, thanks so much. Yeah, I love Stevie Wonder so much, but complicated and high to play. I tuned that down a slight bit for that one, but oh, thanks, Suzanne. All right, I will do. This is a peaceful-ish song, one of my own. So the peaceful part is not being left, but the peaceful part is just imagining the house in the woods by a river. This man's been left, and he's got no one to talk to but the river to figure out why she left. So this is the last track on the CD that's, if you're on my mailing list, you know about it already, and if not, it'll come out this week for the rest of you. So yeah, so that'll be good. Anyway, so you're gonna like that one. River, what have you seen? Oh, you flowed by so steadily, reflecting our home on your bank for a long quiet time. So you know now she's gone, and I seek every day for a clue in the depths of my mind. Was there something I missed? Did you spy hidden tears? Were there letters she read and concealed? Did I speak without grace? Were her glances ignored? Can you tell me what I failed to see? River, what have you seen? River, what have you seen? she gazed far downstream, imagining all of the places she dreamt as a girl. Did she dip in her toe to feel the excitement of risking it all to be free? Did you bear her away? If I beg you enough, could I carry you back home to me? River, what have you seen? River, what have you seen? Now when I search my heart, I can see how she never belonged here in this lonely place. I forgive what she did, 'cause to keep her with me would deprive her of finding her fate. Can you tell me she's safe? Is she happy at last? Did she finally find all she needs? Will you carry word back? I still love her today, but I finally know why she'd leave. River, thanks so much. I think I will do one more. I'll do a George Harrison song, which is not a peace song, but it's I guess it's sort of related because it's All Things Must Pass. So let's see if I can remember how to do it though. All Things Must Pass. I'll drop this off. Yeah, and it's just, you know, a little bit forward looking about all these bad times and terrible things that happen. I mean, the good things pass too, but I don't know. I think it's just a way of sort of accepting. So, oh, Angie, you like my background light today? Yeah. So my background light, my 12-year-old chooses it. I bring him into the room and he picks out the colors for that. So that's the colors behind me are. You can thank him for that one. I'll tell him that he was complimented on the background light. It's just kind of funny. All right, looking through. All right, you're welcome, guys. You're welcome, everybody. All right, one more. Sunrise doesn't last all morning. A cloudburst doesn't last all day. Seems my love is up and left you with no warning. It's not always gonna be this gray. All things must pass. All things must pass away. my love is up and must be leaving. It's not always gonna be this great. All things must pass. All things must pass away. All things must pass. None of life's strings can last, so I must be on my way to face another day. Now the darkness only stays the nighttime. In the morning it will fade away. Daylight's good at arriving at the right time. It's not always gonna be this gray. All things must pass. All things must pass away. All things must pass. All things must pass away. All right. Thanks so much, everybody. Evelyn, that photo, it's a photograph. That photograph back there is of New Orleans, which I've been a few times and is probably my favorite place in the world. Music everywhere and good food and good atmosphere and cultures mixing and all that sort of stuff. So I've got that picture down there and it makes me happy. I think it's a billboard of it's an old ad painted on the side of a building for the Unita biscuit company. So it's like a cracker company or something like that. Yeah, Evelyn, it's in bad shape right now. It really bears the brunt of all the hurricane that came through New York hit New Orleans as they always seem to, very badly. But it's a resilient and wonderful city, and it's one of the most unique places. To me, it's the most unique place in the U.S. It's got its own culture that's just distinct and hasn't blended in yet. But anyway, all right. So thank you all for coming up. I know, Robert, you're a little late. You can catch some 9/11 stuff at the beginning and some of my talks about that. And yeah. Anyway, all right. So it's a beautiful day out, just like it was on 9/11. It was like so beautiful out. So there was that discordance between terrible, terrible tragedy and beautiful out. But anyway, I'm going to head on out. So thank you for spending your afternoon or evening here. Yeah, you got Evelyn. If you ever get back, you got to go. Make it on the list. So, all right, everybody. I hope you're having a good day and think of peace, hope for peace, pray for peace, and all that. All right. Take care, everyone. I'll see you soon. You got it, everybody. And if you're not on my mailing list, you should be at jordancopelandmusic.com. And I'll be in touch. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.